Hello everyone, thank you for coming up today. My old subscribers, thank you. And to those that are viewing for the first time or that have not subscribed, please click on the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. And to my new subscribers, thank you for subscribing. Please do not forget to hit on the like button. A man fakes his own death to avoid further attack. It was gathered that a barber in the Hishiro community of Zimbabwe reportedly faked his own death after being attacked by a taxi driver and his friends for sleeping with his wife. The barber, who is identified as Emmanuel and he's usually called Chipaz, that's his nickname, he was caught red-handed in the act on this Monday, that was March 15th, 2021. It was said that on the day of the incident, the taxi driver Andrew called his wife, informing her that he was not coming back home as he had secured business at the border town. And his wife then reportedly made an arrangement with her boyfriend, that's the barber who is known as Chipaz, to come over to her place and spend the night because the husband is travel and he's going to have a business plan over there at a nearby border town, which obviously is far. It's not like somewhere within the town where they live. So she felt that this is the best time for her to invite her boyfriend over to the house, owing to the fact that her husband is not returning that same day and she had the whole house to herself. She had to arrange with this guy. And so Andrew, that's her husband, who reportedly had a change of mind and he cancelled his trip, decided that let him come back home. He showed up at his place in the middle of the night unannounced and caught his wife and Chipaz in their bedroom on their matrimonial bed together making out. Chipaz managed to escape and he disappeared into the dark, even though Andrew uncovered his face and knew that it was the barber that came over to his house to have an illicit affair with his own wife. But the next day, Andrew did not take this lightly at all. He was ready to go to any length in search for Chipaz. He now had to gather all his friends and inform them of what happened, and they began a manhunt for Chipaz, who was found relaxed at his house. You can imagine someone who had committed a crime, instead of him to even seek for a way to resolve this whole thing, knowing that the husband has caught him. Instead, he was just unconcerned about what had happened the previous night. He was so relaxed and enjoying himself in his house in that same city where they all live, that's in the Neshiro area, but he was at the growth point, that is his own location. So the taxi driver, that's Andrew, and his friends bundled Chipaz into their car and took him to the growth point where they thoroughly bashed him. They beat him so much that Chipaz, to save himself, the only way out was for him to fake his death, and he acted like he was dead, which prompted his attackers to retreat, realizing that there was a window to escape. So Chipaz now bolted away to safety because he realized that there was a window for him to escape, and he sighted that window very well and ensured that as soon as these people would leave him, he would just take off. And that was exactly what Chipaz did. He ran off the minute they had left him and felt that this guy is dead. Let's not take more laws into our hands. Let's leave him there. Then they now had to leave him. So because if they are caught too, they'll be arrested for murder, irrespective of the fact that what Chipaz did was totally wrong. But the cops will still arrest them for killing someone. For them to avoid all of that happening, the men had to let Chipaz be there so no one will come and find them in the house where Chipaz cops will be lying there for the cops to come and see. The men had to quickly avoid that from happening and run away from that scene. Meanwhile, unknown to them that Chipaz was faking his own death so that they can leave him, The nearest window, he can't go through the door, because if he should go through the door, they may eventually see him. Somebody may find out that he ran out of the house. But the nearest and the easiest way for him to avoid them was to go through his window. And that was where he had ran for his dear life and escaped. He's even lucky that they didn't give him a broken bone on his leg, or they didn't break one of his legs, in the sense that he won't be able to even escape. He should even be grateful that they still left him okay, to the point that he can run away. You can imagine what this kind of a thing can result to. Some people will find out like it's a thing of joy or pleasure for them, but it's another way of destroying your home and endangering your life. All right, look at now what Chipaz had done to himself. If not for the grace of God, he would have been beaten to death, because that was their plan. But he was wise enough to fake his own death so that they can stop beating him. Why is it that some men are not just satisfied with single women, or they are not just satisfied being with one person? How can a man choose that it's someone else's wife that he rather be? Why would you go and cause problems in another man's home? Having an affair with a married woman is a very, very big offense and a big crime. In some villages, when you do this, you will go to the market square and you perform a whole lot of rituals, because you have committed an abomination. Both the man and the woman will be forced to carry out horrible acts in the middle of the market square, where you're embarrassed openly in the midst of people, and then you will go through rigorous punishment that would end up either taking part of your life, or you may end up being deformed one way or the other. But the embarrassment alone is even enough for you to even take your own life. In some communities, they don't take it lightly when they find out that a man and a woman who are not meant to be together, either she's married or he's married, and they are having an affair, they face very serious consequences. You can imagine how this man can be to his fellow man, forgetting that what if this is his own wife? How is he going to feel that another man is having an affair with his own wife? But he didn't think of it. To him, he's going to have fun and enjoy himself. Please, if you're this kind of a man that you're just out to be with another man's wife, desist from it. Some men would not leave you alone. Some men wouldn't just be calm about it. Their reactions will surprise you. Some people even kill these men instantly, especially when they get them red-handed with their own wives in their matrimonial home, on their matrimonial bed, which is a very big offense. The men would just take the life of that man instantly. Some would even take the life of the man and take the life of their own wives. They don't care, because they are so heartbroken with what they had just seen. Please, men, even if you are single or you are not single, desist from having an affair with any man's wife. It is really wrong. And some of these people don't even think of the dangers behind it. They've not even thought of, what if I am caught? Am I still going to be alive? Would I leave this house alive? Or would I leave this house deformed? Or would I leave this house not knowing what is even going to be my outcome? People don't think of consequences for their actions. All they think about is what they would achieve or what they will gain at that particular time. It is really bad that some men would decide to break another man's home. If it's their own wives, I'm sure they wouldn't even be calm about it. They will react very fast. And for you women that have made up your minds, outside your husband, you would still want to get yourself involved into a very wrong and illicit relationship. Why are you not contented with your own husband? If your husband is doing things that you don't like, or there are some shortcomings around his life, you should talk to him. Communicate with your husband. Let him know how you are feeling. I think such things go a long way. It helps to curb this particular act. Once you have communicated with your spouse and your spouse is aware that this is how you feel, then both of you will talk about working out things together and seeing how you can mend your home. When you can't appreciate the person you are married to, you can't embrace the person you are married to, you can't confide in the person you're married to, you can't communicate with the person you are married to, then that marriage is a marriage that is doomed to hit the rock. Because this is what has led this woman now to have an affair outside her home. Who knows how long she has been doing this to her husband? It is so painful when you see things that are happening like this. Women, please be satisfied and be contented with your own husband. If you have issues with him or there are things that are wrong, face him and let him know what is happening to you. And again, avoid a situation where you are making your husband feel like he is not capable of being called your husband or he is worthless. Why get yourself involved with another man when you are already married? Like there was a video that I posted 3 days ago in a community in Kogi State where this particular tradition is that if a woman leaves her own husband and then goes to sleep with another man, having another illicit relationship, this woman, if she doesn't come out to confess to her husband, which obviously you know that such confessions are not easy confessions for you to go and meet your husband to tell him this is this. And she had to conceal it to herself. And the consequences is once the woman sleeps outside her marital home, the husband will fall sick and eventually dies. But the only thing is, if the husband should fall ill, then the woman has to go with her husband, the elders, to confess so that they can carry out a kind of cleansing on her own husband. Otherwise, the husband will pass away. That video, the lady, she was even seen confessing openly outside. She now had to go and meet her husband because the husband was already falling ill. It had gotten to like 2-3 months. She was pleading with him at first that they shouldn't tell the elders in the village. That was before he even fell ill. That please, they shouldn't tell the elders in the village and all of that, that it's going to bring shame upon her. And so the husband accepted that he wasn't going to discuss it at all. And eventually this man died. It was after he died that she now came out and was now saying she was the cause of her husband's death. In the public, she was saying all of this and crying because her husband passed away because he wanted to conceal this evil act she had committed. You see how it is in some places. They give you instant punishment. Once you remember the punishment that they will give to you, you would relent. You would not want to carry out such acts. Please, women, be satisfied with your own husband. Except in situations where you know things are going wrong. Then both of you should talk together. Talk about it. Try to express how you feel. Communication goes a long way. It will help you mend your home. It will help you know what the other person is feeling. And once the other person knows how you're feeling, they will now be able to see how they can help in the marriage, where you can either go for counseling, you seek a therapist, or meet your church leaders or your various religious leaders to intervene into that marriage. And then once you do that, you find out that there's a whole lot of difference with when you would have chosen to go out there to find comfort. Please don't think you can find comfort outside your home. Once it backfires, you would regret why you started all of that in the first place. Please, friends, what do you have to say about this? Also, Mr. Chipaz now faking his own death, which is an easy way of escape for him. Please, people should be very, very careful, be very mindful. And you women that are into other men outside your husband, be careful, because not all men will take it lightly when they find out that their own wives are into illicit relationship outside their marital home. It can result into a very serious problem between you and your husband. Please, if you have anything to say, you can please put that down at the comment section. Friends, please don't forget to hit on the like button. Also subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. Friends, I'm here today to talk about how to start up a new YouTube channel. So for those that are looking to start up a new YouTube channel, probably you've been trying to figure out how to go about it, or you have been trying to see what it entails or what you need to start. That's why I'm here today, to give you the easy way for you to get this done. Not just the easy, but the best method, and also to give you or to talk about the best teacher who will give you all that is required for you to start up your own YouTube channel. This is a teacher. He is really successful with his YouTube, and he has been a teacher for so long now. Teacher is Matpa. He's going to give you a step-by-step method on how to start up your own YouTube channel. No stone unturned. Every step of the way, he's going to lead you through it. You have links that you can actually reach out to him and communicate with him directly. That's Matpa there. You can see the huge successes he has made in YouTube. You can see his silver, you can see the gold, you can also see his revenue that he's actually making on YouTube, which is very huge. He is going to give you a YouTube step-by-step tube mastery class, every step of the way, from the beginning of the opening of the channel to how you can start up and put up your videos. He is leaving no stone unturned, like I said. So for those that are seeking for how to start up their own YouTube channel, this is the easiest and the fastest way for you to have access to this particular teacher who is honest and straightforward, and you will enjoy every bit of the class, and you will have lots of gain. At the end of your class, you will have lots to hold on to and to start up your own YouTube channel. It's going to be like an ABC class, starting from the scratch. So please, for those of you that are interested in starting up your own YouTube channel, Matpa, he is the teacher, and you will have direct access to him. I'm dropping the link below, so please, you just click on that link and you will have access to Matpa's class. He is going to give you the whole content of YouTube and all that it takes for you to be successful in YouTube, and how to start YouTube from the scratch. Like I said, and I'm going to repeat, he's leaving no stone unturned. And it's so interesting that if you have any kind of complaint, no matter the time you have this complaint or you are confused about anything, you can communicate directly to him and he will give you a response as soon as he gets your question, or as soon as he gets your mail or anything you're trying to confirm from him. He is quick at responding and he will give you the right answers. And even if you go elsewhere to search, you find out that what he is saying is actually true. He wouldn't mislead you. So please, for those of you that want to start your own YouTube channel from the scratch and see how you can be successful on YouTube, please go to this link, click on the link below, so you have access to the teacher. That's the teacher there, you can see and see his success. You can go through that and then you click on the link so that you can have direct access to Matpa himself. This teacher, You will enjoy and enjoy every bit of the classes that he's going to give to you. So friends, do not forget to click the link below so you have access to Chipaz to mastery class, and he will give you the best teaching for YouTube you would really need to start your own channel. Friends, thank you for coming up today. Please, for those that have not subscribed, click on the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. Thank you once again, and God bless you all.